What just happened at SummerSlam 2024? We saw the return of Roman Reigns. We saw CM Punk, GTS, the special guest referee Seth Rollins. We saw Finn Balor seemingly betray Damian Priest. We saw Dominic Mysterio pretty obviously betray Rhea Ripley. Speaking of that, we're going to start off with the Women's World Championship match, which was Liv Morgan going up against Rhea Ripley right here. This match was simply okay. Now we saw Rhea Ripley bring in a chair and try to swing it at Liv Morgan, I guess. And then Dominic Mysterio actually grabbed the chair and said you can't use that in the championship match. You'll be disqualified, which is the truth. I guess he was trying to help Rhea Ripley there, but then he would get on the apron, toss the chair back into the ring, so Liv Morgan could hit an oblivion on the chair and beat Rhea Ripley. And Dominic Mysterio was distracting the referee the whole time this was happening. Typical heel tactics. And after the match, Dominic Mysterio actually kissed Liv Morgan. And unlike the first kiss, I think that this was actually a sign of helping each other. They're working together now. Damian Priest was absolutely livid afterwards, going, "Where's Dom?" Trying to look for Dom and everything. We saw JD and Carlito and Finn trying to look for him, but he apparently left the building with Liv Morgan. Still our women's world champion. Very, very intriguing stuff right there. My dad was pretty into the storyline right here. He thinks it's very intriguing. We're jumping into our Intercontinental title match now. Personally, I was not really the biggest fan of this, but we had a Sami Zayn defending his Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker. This match felt so rushed. I don't know. It wasn't a bad match, but just it felt rushed. I don't know what was up. This just felt like just a quick little match on the card just to get Braun Breaker the Intercontinental Champion, which is what happened. Braun Breaker won your Intercontinental Championship, and I'm all for that. And maybe Sami Zayn can be part of the Bloodline Civil War or something going into Survivor Series. He can be the honorary Uce again. But Braun Breaker is your new Intercontinental Champion, and I think that's pretty cool. Speaking of cool, our next match was for the United States Championship. This right here is when the show started to really get good. We have LA Knight, yeah, versus Logan Paul. Logan Paul brought out Machine Gun Kelly to walk down to the ring with him and then sit in the crowd. Do you guys remember when Kevin Owens powerbombed Machine Gun Kelly off of the Raw stage? That was in 2016, so I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I definitely do remember that. But LA Knight, Logan Paul, this is a really good match right here. A lot of crazy stuff. We saw LA Knight leap to from the second rope to the top rope and perform a picture perfect elbow drop, and then we saw Logan Paul do a very Axiom-esque move. If you know Axiom from NXT, he goes he jumps up to the ropes and then hits a moonsault. That's what Logan Paul did. And then we had Logan Paul with the brass knuckles that he got from one of his buddies, and he did smack LA Knight with them right in the face, but he didn't knock out LA Knight. So LA Knight was able to hit the BFT, blunt force trauma on Logan Paul, and we have a new United States champion. Oh, hey, Knight. Yeah, he's gonna be an awesome United States champion. I cannot wait to see what he does. We had the other women's title match on the show, which was Bayley going up against Nia Jax. This match was pretty good right here. We saw Bayley hit an insane power bomb on Nia Jax. I know, Nia Jax was on the ropes going for the Annihilator. Then Bayley power bombed her. That was pretty crazy. And I did predict Bayley to win this match. This was actually the only match that I believe that I got wrong on this show in my predictions video. But yeah, but Tiffany Stratton ran down, acted like she was gonna cash in. I think this was more of a distraction for Nia Jax to distract Bayley and everything. And then Nia was able to hit two Annihilators and win the women's championship. I think she deserves the women's championship. A lot of people don't like Nia Jax. I think she's pretty good, and she definitely deserves that women's championship. It's also going to be a really good storyline of Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax, because of course they're buddies, and Tiffany has the briefcase and everything. We now jump into the match that I was most excited for on this show: CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with Seth Rollins as special guest referee. I went over at first how I didn't really see the vision of how like Seth Rollins would be a special guest referee, and then I was excited for it. And then this definitely was awesome. It was very suspenseful. You had Seth Rollins just like sometimes not caring about what they're doing. He was like tying a shoe when CM Punk and Drew McIntyre were like on the outside of the ring beating each other up. He didn't even bother counting, which I found really funny. And then so Seth got knocked out of the ring by I believe a Claymore, and then CM Punk looks to pin Drew McIntyre, and then Seth Rollins couldn't make it into the ring in time to count the pinfall, and CM Punk was like berating him and everything. Then Seth pushed him, and then Punk had to go to sleep on Seth Rollins, the special guest referee, which gave Drew McIntyre enough time to recover and hit a Claymore to CM Punk. Beat CM Punk. Yes. Drew McIntyre finally has a victory. He beat CM Punk here. Now hear this. He took back the bracelet. He still got CM Punk's family in his corner, and he was pretty funny on like the post show. If you didn't watch the post show, I recommend watching the Drew McIntyre part more than anything else because that was super duper funny. But Drew McIntyre has the bracelet again. He beats CM Punk, and I think they're gonna go in a route with like Drew or Seth and CM Punk now more than anything else. I think that's what they're gonna do. This match was insanity. So you had Damian Priest going up against Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously, very good from a wrestling standpoint. Look who's in it. But Damian Priest went for the South of Heaven on Gunther. But before I get to the finish, this was a crazy like back and forth. They were chopping each other. Damian Priest was dishing out some hard kicks, like super duper hard looking kicks, and Gunther was actually bleeding from the chest due to one of Damian Priest's chops, which was insane. But here comes Finn Balor, trying to help out Damian Priest, or so we thought. And then Damian Priest was trying to pin Gunther, and Finn Balor put Gunther's foot on the rope. Are you kidding me? I, d- I did not expect this at all. Like I was expecting I wouldn't say like a clean victory by Gunther. I was expecting some shenanigans, but I wasn't expecting that level of shenanigans. Finn Balor, of course, just sat there or stood there after a while, just completely motionless, and Damian Priest was mad at him and everything. But Gunther was able to lock in the sleeper hold to put Damian Priest away, and Gunther is your new world heavyweight champion, the Ring General. He's going to be an awesome, awesome world heavyweight champion. Mark my words. He's going to be so dominant. He's going to be defending it frequently. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Gunther on top. You can't even beat it. And you can't even beat a storyline between Finn and Damien as well. Like, I cannot believe they went in this route. Like, seriously. I was not expecting this. Speaking of things I was not expecting. Cody Rhodes, this was the main event. Cody Rhodes, Solo Sikoa, Bloodline rules for the Undisputed Universal Championship. So, this match was crazy. Very, very crazy. Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa using some weapons. There were some interferences. I'm gonna get the camera over here. First by Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, the Tonga brothers, I think they're brothers, and they were trying to like double team Cody Rhodes and everything. Then here comes Kevin Owens. Here comes Randy Orton. They're both back. They chase the Tongas out of the arena. But then here comes Jacob Fatu. He had a devastating splash on Cody Rhodes through the announce table from the ropes, and it looked like he hurt his knee. I hope he's all right there because he looked like he hurt his knee. But then Solo went for the splash. Cody kicked out. They're both standing there, and we hear some music. Originally, please bear with me here, but I did not recognize this music. I heard later that it was actually his WrestleMania 40 music, but it was the Tribal Chief, the real Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is back. It's so, oh my goodness. I was like, oh man, I can't even I was tossing around pillows for like a minute straight after this, Thank goodness I didn't hit anything or anybody because, pillow projectiles are deadly. But Roman Reigns is back at SummerSlam. I cannot believe this. I was not expecting Roman Reigns. Emphasized in my prediction video that I did not think Roman Reigns was going to come back, and here he is. He got the nuclear babyface pop he always wanted. Just to think, like, 2015 Royal Rumble, The Rock was there. They still booed The Rock. They still booed Roman Reigns. Look at him now. Listen, like, if you haven't gone back, just go back and listen to that pop. It's absolutely insane. I know, like, most people, like, caught in the moment and weren't really paying attention to the pop. The pop was insane for Roman Reigns. I cannot believe that Roman Reigns is back. A lot of people thought it. I didn't think it. Roman Reigns is back. Roman Reigns is going to be going up against Solo Sikoa, Assemble War Games with the Usos, and Sami Zayn probably against Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Jacob Fatu. It's literally just it. Oh my goodness. I've got nothing to say. Oh my goodness. Cody Rhodes was able to hit a crossroads on Solo Sikoa, and then he like looked over at Roman Reigns all suspiciously because he thought he would like turn on him, which I can definitely understand that. But Cody Rhodes was able to hit the crossroads to pick up the victory and retain his undisputed Universal Championship. Wow, just wow. I was going insane throughout this show. Like, oh my gosh, Finn Balor just put Gunther's foot on the rope. Oh my gosh, I go to sleep, Seth Rollins. Oh my gosh. Well, just all the SummerSlam was absolutely insane. I wanted to give it a 10, but it's just like their first two matches were a little slow, so I could not do that. I will give the show a 9 out of 10. The second best pay-per-view of the year behind WrestleMania 40. This show was just near perfection. They just pulled the trigger on all the things that I thought they were going to wait a little longer for. Roman Reigns coming back. The Judgment Day is basically imploding. And Raw after SummerSlam is going to be insane. SmackDown after WrestleMania is going to be insane. I love wrestling.